Morning, Castros. Let's going to correct our work from yesterday where we were trying to just change, write percentages as a fraction and fractions as a percentage. So we saw that percent, it has something to do with 100, doesn't it? So you know that because of century, centimeter, we've been just talking about that before. So your work was to try to think how you will basically represent this as a fraction. And because it's percentage per 100, how many you have out of 100, you will need to have it on your fraction at the minute, the ones that we are learning now, showing with your denominator 100. Okay? 3%. You will only get 3 out of 100. So you will get, you put it more in the middle, 3 hundredths. Next one, 13%. So percent per 100, per each 100, something to do with 100. So out of 100, you have 13 of them. 13 hundredths. And my next one, 30%, same. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to need to move the other one. 130%, you have 30 hundredths, 30 out of 100. And the last one, you had to do the opposite. And you had 19 hundredths, and you have to change it into percentage. So for doing that, you have to see that is out of 100, so percent. How many percent? 19% you have. Okay, really easy. Now today we are going to try to find, what about if we are trying to find the decimal number? So we are going to try to just change my percentages into decimal numbers, but I am going to use my fractions and I'm going to show you why. So let's going to focus on my first one. Let's going to first do my nice chart, and I have my value of my ones. Then after your ones, if you zoom in your ones, what other number, what other value have you got smaller than ones? I'm going to give you a clue. It's 10 times smaller. Well done, my tenths. And even 10 times smaller than my tenths. Well done, my hundredths. Okay, so I know that I need 100 to get 100 hundredths to get 1. And I know that I need 10 tenths to get 1. So let's going to look at my first one. 3 hundredths. Okay, so I have 3 hundredths. I haven't got any tenths and I haven't got any ones. So 3 hundredths is 0.3 hundredths. Okay? So 3% is 0, not a whole. I haven't got 100 yet. So 0. Have I got any tenths? No. 0.3 hundredths. What about then my next one? 13 hundredths. Okay, so 13 hundredths. Do you put it like this? No, because we saw that we can have only one digit on each value. And 13 hundredths, you represent it as 13 hundredths. 13 hundredths. Do you have any ones? No? So you get 0.13. So 13% is 13 hundredths. And look, if you read your decimal number, 0.13 hundredths. Okay, so it makes sense. That's why I'm keeping my fractions, although you are going to be just writing in decimal numbers some percentages. It's for you to keep in mind. So let's going to look at my 13%. Have I got 100? No, so I haven't got one whole, have I? So 0. Have I got 10? Yeah, 1/10. Now it's going to be tenths, and my 3 ones is hundredths. Okay, It's going to go for the next one, 30%, 30 hundredths. You see? I'm going to put it here. It's telling you 30 hundredths. And you can show it like this, or later we will see what other way you could show it, okay? So 0.30 hundredths. You haven't got a whole, but you have 30 so far, going to 100, nearly there. Okay, 19%, and I think that this one we can just do it straight away. You haven't got a whole, and you have 19% of it, so you have 19 hundredths. Really easy, isn't it? So it's not that difficult, guys. Let's going to see if we can just do these ones together. So do you think that you can change all your book? Can you try to write 15% as a decimal number? Can you try to write 35% as a decimal number? And can you try to do 2% as a decimal number? We are going to do it together, so don't worry. But just try to do it if you want to challenge yourself, okay? So 50%, I haven't got a whole yet, so I have 0 point something. And then from 100, I have 15. Okay? My ones, remember, I will be on my hundreds, so that 15%, it will be like 15 hundredths. So it will be 15 hundredths. My ones will be hundredths, and my tens will be tenths. So 35%, I haven't got a whole, I haven't got to 100 yet, but I have 35 out of 100, nearly there. And 2%, I haven't got any whole, but then do you have this? No, because you haven't got 2 tens, do you? You have 2 hundredths. So 0, 2. Okay? Got it? So my tens will go into my tenths after my decimal point, and my ones will go to my hundredths. Because remember that will be one of them small squares. Okay, do you think you can do these ones by yourself? Now this is going to be by yourself, and I will correct it as soon as you finish. 1%, can you try to put it as a decimal number? 7%. And 21%. And we are going to after try to do one related to this. Okay? Have a go, play it again when you are ready to correct it. Right, so 1%. So out of my 100, I have 1. Yeah? So have I got tens? No, so I haven't got 1 whole yet. Have you got any tenths? No. I only have 1 hundredths. So you should have 0.1 hundredths. What about the next one? 7%. I will have, there we are, 7 hundredths. Do you have 100? No. So you haven't got a whole yet, a whole square colored. Have you got 1/10? One line colored in? No. You have only 7 hundredths. 21. Have you got any whole colored in? No. Have you got any tens? Yes, how many? 1 and 2 tens. Have you got any hundreds? Yeah. Or you could say I have how many hundreds? 10, 21. 21 hundredths. Okay? Right, so that's it. Let's going to see now, and that's the only thing that I want to show you before I let you go. Let's going to see what will it happen if I have 0.10, or if I have in that case 0.30. So if I have, that will be, that's not the pen that I need, that will be 0.10, it will be the same as what? As 10%, wouldn't it? Yeah? Why will it not be 1%? Because if it will be 1%, it will be 0.1, wouldn't it? Okay, so that 0.10, 10%, it is 10%, but it can also be, guys, if I have 10 hundredths, do I need a 0 at the minute there as a placeholder? No, I don't. So I could have 0.1 what? I have at the minute, that's my ones, that's my tenths. So I have at the minute 1/10, which is the same as 0.1. And this one will be 0.10. Okay? Can you see that? Let's going to try now with my 30 hundredths. So if I get 30 hundredths, I can say it as a 0.30 hundredths, or I could say it as 30 hundredths. If I color in 30 hundredths, is the same as 3/10. So that will be 0.3. Okay? So that's the only thing that I wanted to show you before we go. Just really easy today, just changing percentages into a decimal number. Remember that for a decimal number, you need 1 will be your 100, because you will need 100 coloring in that square to get 1 completely colored. Okay, have a go, and if you need any help, just let me know. Adios!